There is no denying that modern bobbers are more of a gimmick these days, but manufacturers do know for a fact that riders dig the bob job design and stripped-down bodies, so they fuel this demand with new models. In today's episode of Automotive Territory, we'll be exploring the latest introductions to the bobbers class and evaluating whether a missing fender and a bunch of other parts really make a motorcycle look better. Subscribe to our channel if you want to get updates about the latest news within the motorcycling world, ring the bell, and enjoy the ride. BMW R18 concept. The retro cruiser sold by BMW begins in 2020, drawing inspiration from the 1960s design and tech. The production version came out with legit cruising credentials, but in this episode, we'll talk about the conceptual bobber design that is also rumored to hit the assembly lines at some point. The concept R18 is characterized by its low elongated shape with polished aluminum engine covers, drop-like gas tank, exposed universal shaft, extended fork, and discrete yellow-gold varnish patterns. It comes powered by the newly developed iteration of the Big Boxer engine that receives 1.8-liter displacement, Solex dual carburetors, and is both air and oil-cooled. As per the already confirmed numbers, this mill outputs 91 horsepower and hefty 116 pound-feet at 3000 RPM. The Heritage concept was hand-built and reduced to bare essentials, among which are Pegusa-style seat with embossed logo and hammered area on the leather and single LED headlight. Triumph Bobber TFC. Triumph Factory Custom is an in-house division of the British brand that turns their stock models into exclusive limited edition motorcycles. Bobber is the third custom design by the TFC that is joining the already sold-out Thruxton and Rocket 3. Limited to 750 numbered and specially badged units, the bike becomes approximately 11 pounds lighter, gets upgraded higher-spec engine, and features exclusive TFC equipment. The 1200cc engine has its rev ceiling up to 7,500 RPM and nets 87 horses, 10 more than the regular model. To utilize the full performance spectrum of the mill, the motorcycle gains the new sport riding mode to go with the existing road and rain. Other standard equipment includes fully adjustable front and rear all-in suspension, high-capacity Brembo brakes, and aero exhaust that uses titanium and carbon fiber components. Harley-Davidson Lowrider S. Since the Dyna family was discontinued in 2017, the Lowrider S is coming back riding on the latest Softail platform instead. Luckily for the fans of the model, only the underpinnings were upgraded, and the bike keeps the familiar silhouette, if only slightly more modern. The new chassis cost additional 5 pounds in the scales, with a current wet weight of 679 pounds. The Screaming Eagle Twin Cam 110 has been replaced by the more potent Milwaukee H114 V-twin with 1868cc displacement, rated at 119 pound-feet of torque at 3000 RPM. The suspension is now represented by a 43mm inverted fork up front and a single adjustable spring, which is positioned at an optimized angle between the frame and the swing arm and replaces former dual shocks. This Harley is being stopped by dual 300mm discs up front and a single 292mm in the rear with standard ABS. Honda Rebel. Adhering to its name, the Rebel is a unique bike cut out for the riders who have always dreamt of owning a cruiser but are not willing to handle bulky machines from Harley or Indian, which are also associated with the premium price tags. Though rather cosmetic, latest upgrades for the model still bring it one step closer to perfection. The suspension internals were revised to be more engaged into action, full LED lighting was integrated, plus the motorcycle received a new gear position indicator, slipper clutch, and a new plush seat. As before, this Honda is offered in two modifications: the 286cc single-cylinder and 471cc twin, rated at 30 and 46 horsepower respectively. The bike's seat height stands at 27.2 inches, making it ideal for shorter riders. The brakes offer adequate stopping power in both standard and ABS configurations, and the 41mm 4.8 inches travel fork ensures smooth cruising. What is your favorite new bobber? Mention the model in the comments once you have seen them all. Now is a great time to leave a like, and let's get back to it. Yamaha Bolt and Bolt R-SPEC. Both of Yamaha's urban performance bobbers are returning for the 2020 model year, attracting riders with a classic style, torquey engine, and solid chassis. The proven 942cc air-cooled V-twin has sophisticated twin-bore fuel injection and a 5-speed wet clutch transmission for giving to the newbies. In order to achieve class-leading performance, fuel injection and ignition timing maps have been chosen specifically to deliver strong low and mid-range torque. The conservative feel of the motorcycle comes from the old-style telescopic fork with 4.7 inches of travel, dual rear shocks, 12-spoke cast alloy wheels, 19 inches front and 16 rear, wearing tubeless Bridgestone etc. tires. The bike keeps the electronics load to the minimum, featuring only LED taillights and LCD screen, but it is easily customizable with Yamaha's rich online configurator. The standard Bolt is wearing black talc raven paint scheme, while the R-SPEC is painted in matte silver and adds dual piggyback shocks with 2.8 inches of travel. Indian Scout Bobber 20. This is the 5th member of the Indian Scout family that celebrates the 100th anniversary since the release of the original 1920 Indian Scout. It delivers meaner old-school bobber styling with improved ergonomics, wire wheels, and floating saddle. The biker's exterior is characterized by an old-school mix of chrome and blacked-out finishes, while the newly introduced 10-inch ape-hanger handlebars change the riding position entirely, making it much more comfortable for longer trips. The new 16-inch wheels are wrapped in multi-purpose Pirelli tires and are matched to upgraded brakes with the new calipers and floating rotors. The 1133cc liquid-cooled V-twin from the regular Scout Bobber is unchanged, so it still makes 100 horses and 72 pound-feet. The Bobber 20 is available in 3 colors: Thunder Black, Sagebrush Smoke, and Burnished Metallic, all of which come with an ABS option. CCM Spitfire Stealth Series. Chrome appears to be an enemy of the state for motorcycle manufacturers, since lately every single one of them is trying to black out the frame and get rid of reflective parts. This is how an even more exclusive Stealth series of CCM bikes came to be, receiving blacked-out wheels, bronze chrome powder-coated frames and forks, and detailed stripes to accent the gloss black paint jobs. The seats on these 3 are now black Alcantara with yellow stitching, and the tires take the dark guise as well. Each CCM bike is hand-built to order and gets equipped with a premium package of components: a liquid-cooled 600cc single-cylinder 4-stroke with 55-62 horsepower yield, Marzocchi forks, Brembo brakes, and beautiful spoked or machined wheels. The new Spitfire Trio is strictly limited edition, but luckily, the price difference with the standard models is unnoticeable. JAWA PERAK. A few years ago, the Czech manufacturer refused to sell the company to Mahindra Group, but they did allow the Indians to produce and sell new bikes under JAWA's brand on the local market. Needless to say, what a smart decision it was, since the demand exceeded all expectations and nearly swamped the company. The PERAK is JAWA's first factory custom bobber. It features a blackout design with matte gray inserts and gold pinstriping on the fuel tank, side panels, and fenders. Its classic bobber stance is further accentuated by a floating leather single seat, low-set handlebars, and a circular halogen lamp. The bike features a telescopic fork at the front and a monoshock at the rear, and gets dual-channel ABS as standard. The power comes from a 344cc single-cylinder with liquid cooling that generates 31 horsepower and 23 pound-feet of torque. Royal Enfield Interceptor 650 by Neve Motorcycles. The first modern twin-cylinder motorcycle developed by Royal Enfield was introduced to the public just 2 years ago. But the Delhi-based Neve Motorcycles custom house has already reimagined the Interceptor 650 as a bobber. Named Timraj, which means the King of Darkness, the former 650 gets a full blacked-out treatment, minimalistic bodywork, and a bunch of unique details, including the black leather seat, new LED lights, chopped fenders, and suspension covers. The biggest modification, though, is the extra-wide 5-inch tires fitted on 16-inch spoke wheels. The powertrain of the Interceptor remains untouched and is represented by a 648cc parallel twin engine peaking at 47 horses and 38 pound-feet. Indian motorcycle Scout Bobber 60. In 2020, the Scout Bobber adds a new entry-level model that comes powered by the 999cc version of the familiar V-twin. The 60 loses 22 horses, making just 78, but at the same time it becomes 24 pounds lighter and more affordable. Design-wise, the bike resembles its bigger brothers. It has minimalistic looks, a low-set single saddle, chopped fenders, and a cool stripped-down headlamp. The blacked-out silhouette becomes even more pronounced, as it is dominated by the all-black engine, new 5-spoke wheels, black fuel tank with a stripped-down badge, and dark fenders that can be finished in matte or gloss. Just as the rest of the Scout lineup, the 60 gets a round analog speedometer and a digital screen that displays the rest of the parameters. MOTO GUZZI V9 Bobber Sport. This is a special edition custom bike by MOTO GUZZI that was designed to pay homage to the 1950s racing motorcycles. The bike has a dual-color orange and black paint scheme that highlights its aggressive nature and sets it apart from the regular V9 Bobber. It also gets a lowered racer-style headlights, shorter front fender, and new oversized tires. The sport designation for the bike was not chosen randomly, since it now offers improved handling and performance, sporting L-in suspension tech, and a new slip-on exhaust assisting the familiar 850cc V-twin. What is your favorite motorcycle class? Do you agree that stripped-down bobbers have the most appealing exteriors among cruisers? Share your thoughts about the presented lineup below, and do not hesitate to mention those models that were missed. Subscribe to Automotive Territory, like this video, and proceed to exploring upcoming motorcycles by clicking on the links in front of you. May the torque be with you!